The federal government operated a phony university for years as a means of ensnaring individuals involved in defrauding the United States for fake student visas. 21 arrests of individuals have been made as a result of the sting operation. So this is kind of a crazy story. Let me give you some details. So at a news conference in Newark, New Jersey, U.S. Attorney Paul J. Fishman unveiled the sting operation, and he detailed that it's the first of its kind involving a sham school set up by Homeland Security agents. So he is telling us that basically a school was set up on behalf of Homeland Security called the University of Northern New Jersey. They set it up. It had no classes, no teachers, no students of any kind really, and it was simply set up as a means of ensnaring people who were obtaining phony student visas and student documents. So according to Paul Fishman, he had this to say. He says, as the complaints allege, these defendants arranged to obtain visas by having individuals enroll in a fake university. Unfortunately for them, that fake university was run by undercover agents of the Department of Homeland Security. So in order to ensnare these people who are doing something illegal, they set up a fake school. What do you think about that?
So let me get this straight. There's a number of these fake universities that exist, correct?
Right.
So they're these sham universities that just are out there, and that these brokers and agents act as go-betweens between the fake universities and these poor hapless students who either approach these agents or get approached by the agents saying, hey, you guys want to stay in the country? You want to stay here a few more months, or you want to get you want me to help you with some papers? Yeah, but I'm done with school and don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. You pay me a fee, and I will get you some papers, and then you can stay in the country.
That's exactly right.
So that's the deal, right? So what they did, Homeland Security set up their own fake one, and then ensnared these poor hapless, and then basically worked with these agents and these referral people saying, this is a sham university, and the agents were, yeah, don't worry about it, and they got these students to come and enroll and pay their money.
Over the course of several years, over 1,000 students were funneled through this. They only made 21 arrests, which I find very interesting. But so the point of the school was to crack down on something called pay to stay, which is exactly what you're talking about. There's these different schools that are set up simply to funnel in, students looking for visas. The recruiters were generally paid fees ranging from $1,000 to $1,500 for supplying fraudulent student ID cards, diplomas, and then they would submit that to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, et cetera, et cetera. So it was this really extensive thing. It just seems crazy that over several years, like the Homeland Security agents were these school administrators. It's like the Truman Show. It's like Truman goes to school. It's crazy. Like it's out of a movie to me.
They've said this sting operation goes on for years. At what expense, we don't know. We will never know. As you said, considerable expense, a huge edifice that was created, fake identities. The whole structure was complete nonsense, or was a sham. And they catch 21 mid-level people. Why didn't they go after the sham universities themselves? Why not actually seek to infiltrate them? It's like the obvious analogy is like going after the drug dealers, but rather than going really after the main dealers, they just go after the street peddlers and their clients.
Right.
The poor students are out of pocket. They're trying to stay here illegally, so it's an illegal act, but they get deported. And we're after several years of trying to do this at great expense, they end up with 21 brokers who, listen, it's illegal activity, and it should be. That's what their Homeland Security are there to do. But is that really the best use and the most efficacious use of funds, time, effort, and energy to do this?
Seriously, as opposed to, like you said,
and with the results that they've got,
21 over several years, and then, as you said, these over 1,000 students, they were not prosecuted or anything, but they're just going to have their student visas revoked and sent home. So ultimately, it's not really. They just should have gone after the already existing pay-to-stay visa mills.
Why go through this elaborate process of setting up because it's not as though, as a result of that, or not from what we've been told, as a result of that, some of these other sham universities have now been shut down, or any anybody who's running those genuine
Yeah.
sham universities have been a genuine sham. But you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The ones that are pre-existing sham universities have been prosecuted.
Yeah, there's plenty of other.
Which is the real harm in this situation. They're still going.
Yeah.
It's just a few of the brokers. Do you don't think there's going to be more brokers
Right.
popping up?
And there's already plenty of for-profit universities that exist anyway. It just seems like a very roundabout way to solve this problem. So,
They haven't solved it.
right. By solve, I mean arrested 21
There's
people.
a lot of air quotes in this piece.
I know. I'm
Solve,
sorry.
sham,
I realize
student,
I've been
visa.
Well, that's what they said. Like corrupt administrators. Like, it was this very. I mean, again, it's very cool to be out of a movie, but it's shocking that this actually took place. So, Homeland Security investigations, phony university. What do you make of it?